Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Have you ever felt like something is stuck in your throat no matter how many times you swallow, you keep clear your throat again, and again you cough, but nothing really comes out, your voice sounds rough, especially in the morning, and it feels like thick mucus is sitting there all day long. If this sounds familiar, then stay with me, because today I am going to explain why this happens and more importantly what you can do to finally get relief. Many people think they simply have a cold, but that is not always the case. Some people struggle with mucus and phlegm for weeks, months, or even years. They try cough syrups, throat lozenges, and all kind of home remedies, yet the problem keeps coming back. The good news is that your body is trying to tell you something. Once you understand what is causing the extra mucus, you can take simple steps that may make a real difference. Before we begin, it is important to understand that mucus is not your enemy. In fact, your body makes mucus every single day. It protects your nose, throat, lungs, and airways by trapping dust, bacteria, viruses, and tiny particles that you breathe in. Without mucus, your airways will become dry, irritated, and much more vulnerable to infection. The problem begins when your body starts making too much mucus, or when the mucus becomes thick, sticky, and difficult to clear. Instead of protecting you, it starts creating discomfort. You feel like you constantly need to cough or clear your throat, and sometimes you even feel embarrassed when talking to other people because your voice sounds different. One of the most common reasons for thick mucus is dehydration. Many people simply do not drink enough water throughout the day. When your body lacks enough fluids, mucus becomes thicker and harder to move. Imagine pouring fresh juice through a straw. Now imagine trying to pour honey through the same straw. That is exactly how your mucus behaves when you are dehydrated. This is why one of the easiest things you can do starting today is drink more water consistently. Instead of waiting until you feel thirsty, take small sips throughout the day. Warm water may feel especially soothing because it can help loosen thick secretions and make them easier to cough up. Another reason mucus gets trapped in your throat is dry air. If you spend a lot of time in air-conditioned rooms or heated indoor environments, the air may dry out your throat, and airways, your body responds by producing even more mucus to protect those tissues. Some people notice that their throat feels much worse after sleeping all night. This is partly because you're not drinking water while you sleep, and partly because dry bedroom air can make mucus thicker by morning. If this sounds familiar, using a humidifier during dry seasons may help keep the air moist and make breathing more comfortable. Many people allergies can produce large amounts of mucus, even if you never develop a fever. Pollen, dust mites, mold, pet dander, and other allergens can irritate your nose and throat, causing your body to produce extra mucus almost every day. Create a constant sensation that mucus is running down the back of the throat. Doctors often call this postnasal drip. Instead of mucus staying inside the nose, it slowly drips downward, causing frequent throat clearing, coughing, and irritation. If your symptoms become worse during certain seasons, after cleaning the house, or after spending time with pets, allergies could be playing a bigger role than you realize. Another common cause is acid reflux, and this one catches many people by surprise. You do not always have to feel heartburn for acid reflux to affect your throat. Sometimes small amount of stomach acid travel upward, especially while lying down, and irritate the delicate tissues in the throat. If your symptoms are worse after large meals, late night snacks, spicy foods, fried foods, or when lying flat after eating, reflux may be contributing to problem. Simple lifestyle changes can sometimes help. Avoid eating large meals close to bedtime. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 hours before lying down, and try sleeping with your head slightly elevated. If your healthcare provider suspects acid reflux, they may recommend additional treatment depending on your symptoms. Now, here's another habit that many people overlook: frequent throat clearing. It feels natural when something is irritating your throat, but every time you forcefully clear your throat, you actually create more irritation. That irritation signals your body to make even more mucus, leading to a frustrating cycle. Smoking is another major reason why mucus builds up in the throat. Cigarette smoke irritates the lining of the airways. Every single day, your body responds by producing more mucus to trap harmful chemicals and protect your lungs. Many smokers wake up every morning with a persistent cough because mucus is collected overnight. This is often called a smoker's cough, and although some people ignore it for years, it is actually a sign that the airways are under constant stress. The encouraging news is that after quitting smoking, many people notice gradual improvement in their cough and mucus production, although it may take time for the lungs to recover. Let us also talk about infections, because they are one of the most obvious causes of excess mucus during a cold, flu, or other respiratory infection. Your immune system goes into full defense mode. It produces more mucus to trap viruses and help remove them from your body. At first, the mucus may be clear, then it may become yellow or green as your immune system responds. This color change does not automatically mean you need antibiotics. In many viral infections, mucus naturally changes color during recovery. One thing that almost everyone can benefit from is warm fluids, whether it is warm water, herbal tea, or clear broth. Warmth can help soothe irritated tissues and temporarily loosen thick mucus, making it easier to clear naturally. You may have noticed that taking a hot shower sometimes makes your breathing feel easier. That is because warm, moist air can loosen mucus and make your airways feel more comfortable. For some people, gentle steam can provide temporary relief, although care should always be taken to avoid burns from very hot steam. There is another important point that often gets ignored. Stress may not directly create mucus, but it can make throat symptoms feel much worse. When people are anxious, they often swallow differently, tighten the muscles around the throat, and become much more aware of every small sensation. This can make normal mucus feel much more noticeable than it really is. Sometimes the sensation of mucus stuck in your throat is not only caused by the mucus itself, but also by inflammation inside the throat. When the lining becomes swollen, even a small amount of mucus can feel like a large lump that refuses to move. This is why treating the underlying irritation is often just as important as getting rid of the mucus. If you have been dealing with this problem for a long time, the first thing to remember is that your body needs time to heal. There is rarely one magical remedy that works overnight. Instead, several simple habits practiced consistently often produce much better results than constantly switching from one cough medicine to another. Doctors sometimes recommend controlled coughing instead of repeated harsh coughing. This technique helps remove mucus without creating unnecessary irritation. First, take a slow, deep breath. Hold it for a moment, then cough firmly once or twice from deep inside the chest, rather than repeatedly clearing only the throat. This method often works much better than dozens of small throat clearing attempts throughout the day. Small improvements practiced every day may produce results that are far greater than searching for one quick fix. Consistency is what allows your body to recover and return to its normal balance. If you have been struggling with mucus or phlegm for weeks, do not lose hope. Many people experience significant improvement once they understand what is causing the problem and make a few practical changes to their daily routine. Your throat was designed to clear itself, your lungs were designed to protect themselves, and your body has an incredible ability to heal when given the right support. Listening to those signals and responding early is one of the best investments you can make for your long-term health. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Keep making healthy choices every single day, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.